YouTubers, Mike Martin's here with the Mike Martin's channel. How you guys doing? Happy Saturday to everybody. Guys, my thanks for messaging me, and I got tons of messages. Phone blowing up, computer blowing up, and that's good. People raising the alarm. Tonight on Mike in the Night, don't forget to join us. We're going to have Stephen Van Meter on the show. Going to give us an economic outlook of what to look forward towards the end of this year and the upcoming elections economically. He's an economic bond expert, so it's good to have him on the show. Guys, after that, we're going to have open lines, and we're going to be discussing what everyone's been messaging me this morning from probably close to 450 messages this morning, and that means a lot. So people's voices are being heard. Well, in Ontario Parliament the other day, they were discussing camps, right? And this is from the Rebel News. The Rebel News put this up on their channel. There it is right there. Doug Ford government won't deny blank quarantine camps are coming to Ontario. So there it is right there. So let's play a little bit of this. This is from Canadian Parliament in Ontario.
So, Speaker, to the Premier, where will these camps be built? How many people will be detained?
You hear the people laughing in the background?
For what reasons can people be kept in these isolation camps? And I'd like to have the Premier assure the people of Ontario.
Member, take a seat.
So this is from Rebel News, and again, this is I'm going to fast forward through the gentleman that speaks here, and go back to the right here. Here it is. So it's very important to actually talk about this, because this is something that's been floating around the United States for, I think it was just after. It was during the Clinton administration where you started seeing the FEMA coffins, Walmarts being converted into FEMA camps, and fenced off areas in parts of California and stuff, weird things happening, train tracks leading to supposed camps, manuals found. They found manuals of, I think what they want to do is they want to set up some sort of, for them, to maintain continuity of government in the country, especially during an economic downfall that we're going to be experiencing. Watch my video from yesterday. Canada's crashing big time. So now I kind of want to throw this out there because this has already been floating around for many years. And apparently they do have FEMA apparently America has FEMA camps in Alberta, in Whitehorse, and the Yukon. And I think the biggest one that they have, or the biggest institution that's in existence, is in Alaska, from what I heard. From what I've remembered. So let's take a look at what the questions being asked here in Canadian Parliament via Rebel News that actually posted this.
He wants to know, and I presume millions of Canadians would like to know. And as a matter of fact, Mr. Hillier...
So there he is again. So he asked the question. So let's keep watching this here.
...raised this very point in question period in the Ontario Legislature just a few days ago. Check it out.
The next question, the member for Lanark, Frontenac, Kingston.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Premier. In my supplemental question yesterday, I asked this government if the people of Ontario should prepare for internment camps. In September, the federal government posted a call for expressions of interest for contractors to supply, provide, and manage quarantine isolation camps throughout every province and every territory in Canada. These quarantine isolation camps, however, are not limited to people with COVID, but provide a wide latitude for many people to be detained. Surely this government is aware of the intentions to build these isolation camps from coast to coast. And my question to the Premier is, how many of these camps will be built, and how many people does this government expect to detain?
Question.
So this is a big deal because, again, in the United States of America, they've even found manuals on how to... It's all about continuity of government. That's all it is. If there is demonstrations or civil unrest, which there might be, because, again, we've put ourselves into this massive economic... Instead of leaving our economies on autopilot and letting them crash, raising interest rates, resetting the economy, we did not do that. We put all our eggs in one basket with housing, and housing is the big forefront of this. And a lot of people don't know the crash of the big crash of the big crash of the 30s, the big stock market crash. Okay, a lot of people don't know when that housing was heavily hinged on those markets for crashing. A lot of people didn't know that housing crashed also. Oh, well, people didn't lose their homes. At least they lost their money in the stock markets. A lot of people lost their homes, and a lot of people were heavily hinged and leveraged on their homes during the big, I think it was the Black Thursday crash in the stock markets, where you had a lot of accountants and a lot of people and just jumping off roofs and stockbrokers and all kinds of... Anyways, so, well, that was different because they reset the economy and they allowed room for the economy to breathe. Reagan did it by raising interest rates, right? Back during the Reagan administration. He did the right thing because it would have been different. We would have a different future today. We'd have a different dystopian weirdness that's happening. Anyways, so I don't want to go too far off topic. Now that we didn't, we're in a position where Canadians are many Canadians are $400 away from being homeless, and many Canadians have nowhere but the streets. And because of our economy that's built off of consumption, where the government believes if we open our borders and bring in more consumption, this will grow the economy because more people are consuming, and this is basically creating jobs because people need to eat or people need to live somewhere. So this is the what they're after, consumption economy. No, a production economy, creating jobs, not government jobs, leaving the private sector workers alone, allowing the private sector workers to run their businesses and leave them alone with all these taxes and all this red tape, and allow them to hire locals in the private sector, because without a private sector, the public sector cannot be funded. When the public sector does not get funded by the private sector, it becomes a socialist society where the government just prints off money, everyone gets a wage or a subsidy every month to survive, and that's where things are headed. Now, there will be obviously like a civil fall of civility, right? Things will fall, and people will take to the streets to protest their God-given right, and this could lead to more issues. So they want to let people know. I think this is a message to let people know that we have these camps to put people in. So people that go against the status quo, or people that go against their God-given rights, are going to have a tough time. People that go against any of that stuff or go against the status quo are going to have a tough time. And they're going to make it very clear. I don't think they have any camps. I don't think nothing's been built. I think they want to build camps. And I think this is for the sake of keeping people in check, in my opinion. Because to take people away from their homes, they're going to have to take them away with physical force. So that's going to be another major issue, right? So it's going to be very interesting to see where this heads, guys. Thanks for all the messages about this. That's just my opinion on it. I don't see them doing it. They've been talking about this in the United States for so many years. And in the United States, especially during this 2008 hiccup or disturbance that we had major issues with it, but it was just all funneled money, taxpayers basically paying it down the road, further down the road, and kicking the can down the road. So that's what they've been doing to alleviate the pressures of civil unrest, or social unrest, economic unrest, all kinds. But we will be seeing what's going to happen. Canada's crashing right now, and it's not looking good. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. That's from the Rebel News there, and that's from the Canadian Parliament of Ontario, basically addressing this major issue. Go to Rebel News if you guys want to see the full message there. And man, I would like maybe somebody from Rebel News to come on Mike in the Night. It's late in Ontario, but man, it'd be nice to have him on Mike in the Night. Maybe New World Dystopia discussion, what's happening to Canada, where's Canada headed? And then people from the Commonwealth could weigh in with their comments from Australia and New Zealand and the UK, kind of weighing in on the same, connecting the patterns and the dots. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. And I think we shouldn't worry about this right now. But we should keep it on the back burner. Don't panic. It's okay. Things will be fine. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for watching.